Well, I know it's been hot where you are, because unless you're on top of a mountain, it's been hot pretty much everywhere. It's definitely hot where we are. How hot is it? We have a first, an absolute first, no exaggerating. We've lost power before a couple of times in our past because we just didn't pay attention and we let the batteries run out. I think it's happened once, maybe twice. Just now we lost power for the first time ever because it says temperature. So we're at a place where the RV park is not too expensive. Long story short, they do charge you for electricity. So what do? We got a big, 1600 watt solar system on the roof. We use it. You just turn the breaker off outside. Actually, it's vertical. Turn it off outside. And presto chango, you're using your solar power. And we can do that for several hours with the AC running and everything. But the heat index, the raw temperature now, they say it's supposed to get up to 97. And what did you say the heat index was going to be?
111.
And so multi plus 2, which is what we have, says temperature, and it just turned off. So I went outside and I opened, it's in the front bay, like where you'd put a generator. So it's breezy, believe it or not. So I opened that, the breeze is coming right towards it. So I played with the circuit breakers out there. We have a couple different circuit breakers for the Victron. Thinking maybe that would redo it. No. So I haven't even had time to get on my phone and do research. I'm going to have to get on there and see what happens. What kind of magic and voodoo are we going to have to do in order to get this sucker back on? Because that's not good. No bueno.
Yeah.
That's my Spanish for the day.
And it's a Sunday, so I don't even know if we could get in touch with our solar company right now to be like, what do we do? And I was trying to do a little extra work, so now I'm in the middle of work and nothing.
Ooh, buddy. Well, it's always an experience. I mean, God's in control and he knew this would happen, and Sean's like, we gotta go somewhere because it's gonna get hot in here. And yeah, I guess pull down all the shades, unless we can figure out how to turn it on. Pull down all the shades so it'll stay a little bit cooler without the sun beating down, and just leave. But I don't want to leave with the front bay open, so I don't know what to do. And it's Florida, so it could rain at any moment. So I don't know. What would y'all do? I know some of you have been through this before. We can't be the first people on earth who have done this. So what do?
We're sorry. We'll try to talk loud, but you can hear the air conditioner.
Yes, and literally as soon as we turned off the camera, it turned back on.
It's like poof.
So to catch you up, I went outside, and as I said, I think I told you this, I opened the pass-through bay because that's where the batteries are, the inverter and everything. I got on my phone and I looked it up, and they said, yeah, it's going to shut off to prevent damage, so it's what it's designed to do if it overheats. Now, I also looked up one more thing. We thought we were clever. Oh, we're going to save money. Yeah, that's what we thought. No. They said it's more likely to overheat when it's inverting. And for those of you who don't know, inverting is when you're getting the power from the sun and it's recharging your batteries, and you're using the batteries and you're not plugged up to anything. That's what we're doing. That's what we were doing. Now we're plugged in because they said it'll likely stay cooler, your system will, if it's just pass-through, meaning the electricity comes from the power plant, passes through our inverter, and goes right to the appliances or the AC unit. So that's pass-through, and that's what we're doing when it gets super-duper hot, because now we know. The camera's done shut off 2 or 3 times now, because even it's being temperamental in the heat. Everybody wants to pass out. Anyhow.
Hey, I'm going to pass out. It's hot.
It is hot.
I do like to say it's hot.
It's hot. The last time we went through a whole Florida summer, and I don't mean to sound like a baby, but we did it year after year after year in an apartment. We haven't done this in an RV before, honestly.
In our apartment that we had, they had to keep refilling the Freon, remember?
So I don't mean to sound like a newbie, but even though we're Floridians, you know we're not here in the summertime. It's only because of me and my stupid health problems that we're here in the summertime. So we didn't know. We've never had a Victron system all through a hot summer before. We're usually in the mountains where it's not hot.
So we'll just keep y'all
So we're learning.
Yeah, we'll keep y'all updated what we do.
Yeah.
I think I'm still gonna want to unplug at the pedestal, and we'll just maybe keep the bay door open and see if that helps. If it still shuts off, then I guess we're not
gonna have to stay plugged in.
Stay plugged in.
But here's a little compromise what we can do. Unplug in the morning.
It's cooler.
And usually between what?
Now.
Yeah, between 12 and like 5, it seems to be the hottest part of the day.
Yeah.
You can plug in maybe around 1 o'clock and stay plugged in till like 3 or 4, and then unplug again until the sun goes down. It's not as good. You're not going to get as much sun, but hey, it's better than nothing, because nothing is expensive.
Yeah, and we've gotten this wonderful new roof, and we've honestly gotten by with one AC. Now our solar system.
We still only have one running.
Our solar system will run 2. I'm glad we didn't have them both going, or it probably would have shut off sooner.
Yeah.
But I think even though it's hot, it got up to 91 in the back of the RV, but the bedroom is cool. It's like 79 in the bedroom.
And I'm telling you, we have enough experience in this hot weather to notice that this new roof, and like I said, we don't get a penny whether you buy one or not. I'm just here to tell you what might help you. This new roof has been cooler. Even now, it's been cooler inside, because we have thermometers in here. We know it's been cooler. I can prove it. So it's definitely helped. And we have not had to run both ACs, which had cost us a lot more money. All of this to say we're learning, folks. We haven't done a hot summer in an awful long time.
And stay with us. It's only July. You're going to stay with us when September, October rolls around, and see if we made it through a whole summer in Florida without frying our entire system.
Or turning into a puddle.
Right. All right, y'all. I just wanted y'all to see we have our bay door wide open with the batteries. There's all of our batteries. And then when you look at the Multi Plus 2, it'll tell you there's a temperature right there, and that will turn red, I guess, when it gets hot. I guess that's what happened. Matthew looked at it when he turned it on. I don't know. But yeah. I mean, we got a vent right there, but that's not enough to keep this cool when you got it's 111 heat index outside. Alright, y'all, this is probably something you don't see every day in an RV park. Them cutting down a tree. And they tie ropes on each limb, and they gradually bring it down the ground. You see the guys on the ground right there, and then there's a fifth wheel right there. The lady's been out and about. She's like, don't hit my fifth wheel. That's probably what she sounds like. But anyways, yeah, we've never seen, what do you call it, like a tree company coming and trimming branches. And we're thinking they're going to take the whole tree down because they keep trimming a branch at a time, but we will let you know if the tree is not there anymore. But that's what the tree looks like right now. All right, there it went on the ground. He's trimming the very top now. That big bushy pine tree is nothing but just
a totem pole.
A totem pole, or it looks like a light pole.
Now if he just start carving figures into it, that would be cool.
Come on, everybody, shout it. Timber!
Wow.
Yep,
That gives somebody a headache.
Bah. Alright, y'all, to give y'all a little update, the tree is pretty much gone. They're working on that bottom stump. That might take them a while, but they took down that whole tree. How many of y'all have seen someone, like a team of people, take down a tree in an RV park? And also, have y'all ever noticed what he was using to get up in the air with the bucket? Like, it has little feet that kind of prop it up, but I wasn't expecting the tires to go off the ground like that. Were you, Matthew?
No, I expected the tires to at least stay on the ground, but I guess they didn't.
Yeah, I thought the tires were going to stabilize it, and they're out there. Oh, that thing's creating a lot of sawdust. Look at that. And then there's their little tractor. And then over here, we used to call it the claw truck when we lived in a neighborhood. It would come by and pick up branches and stuff like that, and that's where the tree's going. Alright, folks, the sun is just now coming up.
Yeah, I just was sleeping not too long ago.
Matthew's got the nastiest hat on ever, but that's because he's doing a dirty job. I'll show you. He's got his black pants on. I think that's kind of a black shirt. you're gonna grease the wet bolts. Now we got all the wet bolts replaced in January, and if you don't know what we're talking about, we can drop that video below, but it's when what was it, the Moride system had a crack in it, right?
Yeah, so ever since then we vowed to make sure that we're greasing the wet bolts properly and all that stuff. It's a very dirty job, so I'm gonna crawl under there, and that's why I'm wearing black, because you know it can get greasy better. And having Parkinson's makes everything a little bit more difficult. During the day, the middle part of the day, I'm better with the medicine, but right now my arm's still a little shaky in the morning, so it should be fun trying to put this right where it needs to be.
You like to grease the wet bolts every 3 months, right?
Yes, every 3 months.
So we got him done in January. He did this in April. Now it's July. And he's got a little buddy. We're in Florida. It's not one of the iguanas. I don't know how far south you have to be to see the iguanas. It's him doing the first one.
Oh.
You like your grease gun?
Yes, I do.
There he is. He's under the axles. Greasing the wet bolts. So is that what they recommend, though, to grease them every 3 months?
I don't know how I came up with that, but it makes sense to me, so this is what I'm doing.
Alright, y'all, there's Matthew's friend. The guy's like, look, this is my home now, I'm not leaving. There's Matthew right there. One other thing I don't know if Matthew mentioned, because I saw it drop, a little bit of grease dropped, and it's red. So what type of grease are you using for these wet bolts?
I'm using the same grease that we use for doing the packing the wheel bearings. It's a high heat grease, so it can withstand the heat of the friction as it goes down the road and whatnot.
And it happens to be red.
Yeah, it happens to be red.
Alright, back to the most important thing, a lizard.
Conclusion. All done. There were 2. There's 7 on each side. There were 2 that I had a hard time getting grease in, and I'm just not going to worry about them. I'm just going to do the best I can, and if a few years down the road a couple of them were just wacky to begin with and didn't get enough grease, then they'll just get replaced again. But got to do what you can.
So now you got to clean up. Well, you've already kind of cleaned it up.
Yeah, I got a little grease on the tailgate, so I got to clean that up.
So 409?
409 to the rescue.
Alright, y'all, this is our entertainment here at the RV park, River Vista in Ruskin, Florida. This is like the best kind of lawn crew that you want. But I don't think they're really eating the grass. I think they're just kind of eating the bugs. But, you know, they're not noisy. At least we can't hear them with the AC on.
I think anybody who wants to volunteer to get rid of all the bugs is okay in my book.
Yeah, they're so cute. I love watching these Florida birds. And what did you say? Are they egrets?
No, they're white ibis.
Oh, ibis, that's what it is.
Do y'all see this? You don't see this every day. It's an albino squirrel. Look at that. I know this is rather random in the whole scheme of this video, but look at it. Have you ever seen an albino squirrel? That is so cool. And it likes to play with that other squirrel. Let me zoom out. There they go. It just likes playing on that box. That is the neatest thing. Because albino animals are very, very rare. And actually, I don't know that I've actually seen one outside of a zoo or a wildlife rehab or something like that. So this is really cool. Put down in the comments below if you've ever seen an albino animal down in the wild or out in the wild, and tell us what it was. So y'all, do you ever feel like you're being watched? Like people are just snooping through your window? We're leaving to go take some trash out, and the whole gang is here. I understand there used to be 4 in years past. Now there are 3. They're perfectly harmless, at least to us. We do not feed them. I have a feeling somebody does in the park, but we do not, so these are quite friendly.
Alright, y'all, it's nighttime. The wind's blowing, but I wanted to show y'all my lights. My little deck lights that light up. They're finally on. It's just now dusk here. It goes around this lovely paved little patio area that they have. And then there's my rope lights I have under the RV, but yeah, they shine so bright at night. We first got them when we got down here to Florida. I wanted some deck lights, and they're so awesome. They shine really well at night. In fact, the people that were right there, the site's empty now. The first night we rolled in, we put the lights out. They looked out the window. They're like, oh, come here, look at the lights, look at the lights. And I had to tell them what kind of lights they were. So hopefully they'll get some too. But yeah, we really like them. What do y'all think of them? Do y'all have like what type of like outdoor light setup do you have? And is that something that y'all like to do?